Okay, so let us start with our last part of the instruction set, that is the jump or branching instructions. Jump or branching instructions. This is one of the most important instructions for instruction set for the microcontroller 8051 or even for the microprocessor also. So what do you mean by jump or branching? Suppose I have written n number of instructions one by one, and I want to repeat these instructions again and again. I want to again continue with the same set of instructions. So repeatedly I want to execute those instructions again and again. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to go back from the last instruction to the first instruction. We call this as a jump. So when we have to take a jump from the last instruction to the start or first instruction of the program, where from you want to repeat the program. Correct. So these instructions, we call this as a loop. We call this as a loop because these instructions, they are in the loop, continuous loop or infinite loop. Okay, there is no break for this loop. Now jump or branching instructions are of two types. One is called as the unconditional jumps. One is called as the unconditional jump, and second is called the conditional jump. Conditional jump. What is meant by unconditional jump? Unconditional jump means, now here there is no condition I am putting. I am just saying that after you complete last instruction, go back to the first instruction again. Okay, or start executing the program from the first instruction again, or repeat that program. Why you are repeating? Because I want to repeat that program. There is no condition I am putting. Okay, why I am repeating? Because I want to repeat that program again and again without any condition. So I am saying jump from the last instruction to the first instruction. This type of instructions we call it as the unconditional jump instructions. We are not putting any condition on that. Okay. Second type of jump instruction is called as the conditional jump instruction. In case of conditional jump instruction, what we do, we put some condition. For example, jump if there is a carry generated. Jump if there is a carry generated. Correct. So this type of instruction, I am putting some condition. If there is no carry, then don't jump. Then don't jump. Okay, don't make a loop. But if there is a carry, then you jump. You jump to the given address. So this type of instruction where we put some condition, that is jump on 0, jump on carry, correct, jump on not equal to, or jump on equal to, okay, jump on 0, jump on no 0, all these jumps we call them as conditional jumps because we are putting some condition. Jump on 0 means if the result is 0, then only jump, otherwise don't take any jump. So all such instructions we call them as the conditional jump instructions. Okay, there is a list of conditional jump instructions. I also told you that there are some single bit instructions. There are some single bit instructions which fall under the jumping or branching instruction category. Okay, so we are also going to see those instructions, single bit instructions, as well as the general jump or branching instructions also we are going to see. Now some single bit jump instructions. One by one we'll see. The first instruction is jump on carry JC to the relative address. You have to tell the address also where you want to jump. Okay, that we call it as the relative address. Now why it is called as relative? What is the relative address? What is absolute address or actual address? That we will see. Okay, so this is one of the instructions in single bit jump instruction. What this instruction tells you? Jump on carry. If the carry flag is set, then only jump to this address, relative address. Second is jump on no carry. If the carry is not there, then jump. This is, we can say, negative statement. This first instruction, we say that jump on carry. If the carry is generated, then jump. Second instruction, we are saying opposite to that. Jump on no carry. If there is no carry, then jump. So this is second instruction is a negative of the first instruction. Similarly, there is an instruction called as jump on bit set. You have to tell which bit and where you want to jump, relative address. Okay, JB means jump on bit set. Bit set means which bit? This bit. Set means it has become 1. If this bit is 1, then only jump to the relative address or given relative address. That is the meaning of the instruction JB. Jump on bit set. If the bit is not set, then don't jump. Then don't jump. Opposite to this is JNB. JNB bit relative address. Here we are saying if the bit is not set, if it is 0, then only jump. Here what we are saying in the first instruction, third instruction, we are saying if the bit is 1, then jump. Here what we are saying, if the bit is 0, then jump. Okay, so fourth instruction is negative of the third instruction. We write the positive sentence and negative sentences. So third instruction is a positive sentence and fourth instruction is a negative sentence. Jump on not bit set. Jump on not bit set. Means not bit set means 0. If the bit is 0, then jump. This is the meaning. Okay. Then one more instruction is there. JBC bit relative address. The meaning of this instruction is jump. This is just like JB, jump on bit set. Which bit? This bit. If this bit is 1, then jump to this address. But before jumping, you just complement that bit. So if this bit is 1, make it 0 and then jump. Okay. So first decision is if this bit is 1, then only jump to this relative address. But before jumping, just complement that bit and then jump. This is the meaning of this particular instruction. So all these are the single bit jump instructions. So we have seen first instruction, jump on carry set. How it will check? If the carry flag is 1, if the carry flag is 1, then it will jump to the relative address. To the relative address. If the carry flag is 0, then it will jump. Second instruction. If the carry flag is 0, jump on no carry. No carry means if carry is 0, then jump to the relative address. Third instruction, jump on bit set means if bit is equal to 1, if bit is equal to 1, then only jump. Okay, to this relative address. This is fourth instruction is opposite. Jump on bit not set means if bit is equal to 0, not set means 0, set means 1. So if the bit is 0, then jump to the relative address. This is the meaning. Okay, and fifth instruction is same, that is bit equal to 1, jump if bit is equal to 1, but before jumping just make this bit 0, just complement that bit, just make it 0 and then jump. Okay, here we are not making the bit 0, it is remaining 1, the bit is remaining 1, we are not changing its status, we are not making it 0. So that is basic difference between JB and JBC. In JBC, even if the bit is 1, it is made 0 before you jump to the relative address. So this type of instructions we are using as a single bit instructions in case of the microcontroller. What do you mean by relative address? What is the concept of relative address? The concept of relative address is that suppose I am writing some program. Let us, I will write one program. Move A, comma hash 35H. Move R5, comma hash 38H. Okay. INC A, INC R5. Okay. And here I say, suppose jump. To the relative address. Relative address means I want to jump here to this instruction. I call this instruction as, let us say, loop. I call the address of this instruction as loop. So S jump to loop. I am saying S jump to loop. Correct. So S jump is a 2-byte instruction. 1 byte for the code and 1 byte for the relative address. Relative address is 8-bit, no doubt. Correct. Now let us see. This is also 2-byte instruction. So let us say this address of this instruction is, let us say C000. So 0 and 1, C000, C001. These two addresses will be required for this instruction because this is 2-byte instruction. 1 byte for the code and 1 byte for the data. Similarly, this is also 2-byte instruction. 1 byte for the code and 1 byte for the data. So what will be the address of this instruction? C002. Because 00 and 01 they are used in this instruction. 00 for code of the move A and 01 for the data 35. Similarly, 02 for the code of R5, move R5, and 03, C003 will be for the data 38. Okay. So what is the address of this instruction now? Now 2 and 3 they are already used. Now this is C004. Address of this instruction is C004. The address of this instruction is C005H. Hexadecimal addresses. The address of this SJump instruction is C006 because INCA is a 1-byte instruction. INCA is 1-byte instruction. INCR5 is also 1-byte instruction. SJump relative address, here it is 2-byte instruction, 1 byte for SJump code and 1 byte for the relative address. Correct? So C006 is the jump address. What is the next instruction after this? The next instruction after this is at address. C006 and 7 they are used. C006 for SJump code and C007 for relative address. Now it is C008. So the next instruction after jump is C008. Okay, so how the relative address is calculated? From this address C008, we subtract the address where we want to jump. Now I want to jump to this address C004 and my address is C008, correct? So what I am going to do, I am going to subtract these two addresses C008 and C004. These addresses I will subtract. Okay. So we get the code as 0004, correct? And we find the 2's complement of this. So 0004 means F 4 means 0100. So it will become 1011 plus 1 will be 1100. 1100 is C. So okay, so this FF we can neglect. So 8-bit address we want. So the relative address is FC. The relative address where we want to jump is FC. So whenever we want to jump back from the higher address to lower address, we find the 2's complement of that address, correct? Or the difference, 2's complement of the difference of the two addresses, and that we put as a relative address. Okay, what do you mean by relative address? Means how much away from I am from the jump instructions. Okay, or where I want to jump from the S jump instruction, correct? So I am taking a jump which is you can say how many bytes? This is 1 2 3 4. I am taking a jump which is 4 addresses above C008. Okay, this is a backward jump. I am jumping back from C008 to C004. So this is called as the backward jump. This is a backward jump. Similarly, there is a forward jump. If I am taking a jump from C008 to C050, then it is a forward jump. Okay. If I am jumping from smaller address to higher address, larger address, then it is a forward jump. If I am jumping from larger address to smaller address, then it is a backward jump. Okay. So whenever there is a backward jump, you have to find out the 2's complement of that difference of the addresses. Whenever there is a forward jump, then don't find out the difference, 2's complement. Just get the difference of the two addresses, and that is your relative address. So for example, if I want to jump from C008 to C050, so this is a forward jump. So what I will do, I will just subtract C050 minus C008, correct? Now if I subtract from this, now this इथं हातचा घेतो मी, 0 म्हणजे 0तून 8 वजा करताना 10 करतो. 10 म्हणजे हे किती झालं? दिस इज इक्वल टू 16. 16 वजा 8 असं होईल, करेक्ट. सो दिस इज 8. किंवा 10च्या मागं उलटे या वजा करायचे ना आपल्याला, वजा 8 बोटं करा. 10च्या अगोदर काय येतं? FEDC BA 9 and 8. Correct? So your address is 8. Carry 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So what is your relative address now? My relative address will be 48. My relative address will be 48. I am just getting the difference of the two addresses and I am writing it as a relative address in the sjump instruction. So this type of you can say manual calculation you will have to do. Actually, if you are using a PC, personal computer or laptop, and if there is a software assembler available, then you don't have to calculate these addresses, because you have to just name where you want to jump. For example, here I have given the name loop, and here I am using that name loop in the instruction itself. Then it understands that I want to make a jump from this address to this address. It will automatically calculate the backward jump address, or if there is a forward jump address, it will automatically calculate the forward jump address, and it will understand what is the relative address. So you don't have to care about the calculations in that case, but that needs a assembler or compiler. Okay, but manually also you must know how you should calculate the address, relative address. Why it is called as relative address? The reason is, even if the program is shifted from these addresses, suppose I have written the program at C000, correct. Now instead of this, I erase this program and I copy this program at C180. This is the starting address. If I copy my program, this program at starting from the address C180, then also this program will run without any error. You may say how it is possible? Because the instruction is at the same distance from the sjump instruction. Okay, this loop address is at the same distance from the sjump address. Correct? You have not inserted any instruction in between. So the difference of the addresses remains the same. Difference of the addresses remains the same. Even if you copy this program from one memory block to another memory block, then also the relative address is not going to change, because the difference of these addresses, jump addresses, that is going to remain same even if you move the program. Correct? Or even if you copy the program from one address to another address. This is called as the portability. So relative address scheme has the portability feature. Portability means you can carry the program in your pen drive, load the program at some other memory address, and execute that program without any error. There will be no error occurring, because the relative address is not going to change. Correct? Even if you shift your program from one memory block to another memory block, it is not going to change. Now second type of just now I told you there are two types of address scheme. One is relative address, and second is absolute address. Okay, so first scheme we have seen. Second, absolute address means the actual address. For example, just now I have written the program from C000, that is move A, comma hash 35H, C002, move R5 comma hash 48H. Okay, C004 INC A, C005 INC R5, and sjump loop. Loop is here. Loop is the name given to this address. C004 या ॲड्रेसला नाव दिलेलं आहे आपण, त्याला लूप या नावानं आपण ओळखतो. म्हणजे या ॲड्रेसला मला जम्प करायचं. ओके, ठीक आहे. तर एस जम्पच्या बाबतीत हे रिलेटिव्ह ॲड्रेसच्या बाबतीत हे ठीक आहे. परंतु मी एस जम्पच्या ऐवजी एल जम्प वापरलं. समजा एल जम्प इन्स्ट्रक्शन इन्स्टेड ऑफ एस जम्प, इफ आय यूज एल जम्प, इथं मात्र मला रिलेटिव्ह ॲड्रेस नाही तर ॲक्च्युअल ॲड्रेस द्यावा लागेल. म्हणजे मला हा ॲड्रेस द्यावा लागेल C004. So ljump is a 3 byte instruction, 1 byte for the code and 2 bytes for the address, because the address is not relative address, it is the actual address where you are jumping. It is the actual address where you are jumping. Correct? So C004 is the actual address of that instruction. मगाशी मी F काय लिहित होतो, F8 लिहित होतो, बरोबर आहे. तर आता मी F8 लिहितोय का? नाही, मी आता C004 त्याचा जो ॲड्रेस आहे खरा मेमरीमधला तोच ॲड्रेस मी इथं लिहितोय. हे दोन्हीमध्ये फरक आहे. ठीक आहे, आता मी रिलेटिव्ह ॲड्रेस स्कीम नाही वापरली, मी ॲक्च्युअल ॲड्रेस किंवा ॲब्सोल्यूट ॲड्रेस स्कीम वापरलेली. आता इथं ॲड्रेस बघा किती बीट झाला, 16 बीट. हिअर ॲड्रेस इज 16 बीट. आपल्याला माहिती आहे 16 बीट ॲड्रेस म्हणजे आपण जास्तीत जास्त किती जम्प करू शकतो, 64 किलोबाईट. ॲड्रेस जर 16 बीट असेल तर मी जास्तीत जास्त किती किलोबाईटची जम्प करू शकतो, 64 किलोबाईट. तर जम्पचा रिजन किंवा एरिया वाढला, त्याचा जम्पचा एरिया वाढला त्याचा. ठीक आहे, 64 किलोबाईट्स बॅकवर्ड जम्प, 64 किलोबाईट्स फॉरवर्ड जम्प, कुठल्या बाजूला तो जम्प करू शकतो. कारण जम्प ॲड्रेस 0000 पासनं FFFF हा फर्स्ट ॲड्रेस आहे आणि हा लास्ट ॲड्रेस आहे, इथपर्यंत जम्प करू शकतो. तर C004च्या ऐवजी मी FFFF लिहिलं तर तो कुठं जम्प करणार, आफ्टर 64 किलोबाईट्स, 64 किलोबाईटला नंतर तो जम्प करणार. ठीक आहे, एवढा म्हणजे मध्ये गॅप किती आला, 64 किलोबाईट. मगाशी मी 8 बीट रिलेटिव्ह ॲड्रेस एस जम्पला मी रिलेटिव्ह ॲड्रेसला 8 बीट ॲड्रेस वापरत होतो. ठीक आहे, मी फक्त काय लिहायचो, FC असं लिहायचो. तर FC म्हणजे हे 8 बीट ॲड्रेस झाला. 8 बीट ॲड्रेसचा रेंज किती आला, 00 टू जास्तीत जास्त FF पर्यंत, म्हणजे 256 बाईटचा रेंज झाला, बाईट्स फक्त. आणि ह्याचा रेंज किती झाला, FFFF म्हणजे 65,536 बाईट्स. एवढा जम्प, एवढी लांब जम्प घेऊ शकतो. एलचा अर्थ लॉंग जम्प, एल जम्प मीन्स लॉंग जम्प, आणि एस जम्पचा अर्थ शॉर्ट जम्प. जर तुमची जम्प आहे त्या पोझिशनपासनं 128 मागच्या बाजूला बॅकवर्ड जम्प किंवा 127 फॉरवर्ड जम्प असं जर असेल तर तो रेंज झाला 256 बाईट्स. तर त्या ठिकाणी तुम्ही एस जम्प इन्स्ट्रक्शन वापरू शकता. पण जर तुमचा जम्प ॲड्रेस त्याच्यापेक्षा पुढे चालला तर तुम्ही एस जम्प इन्स्ट्रक्शन वापरू शकणार नाही. त्यानंतर तुम्हाला एल जम्प इन्स्ट्रक्शन वापरावं लागेल. ठीक आहे, कारण एल जम्प इन्स्ट्रक्शन तुम्हाला 256च नाही तर 65,536 एवढा रेंज देतो. म्हणजे एवढ्या बाईट्स तुम्ही मागं जाऊ शकता किंवा एवढ्या बाईट्स तुम्ही पुढे जाऊ शकता जम्प करायला. इतके ॲड्रेसेस मागं किंवा इतके ॲड्रेसेस पुढं तुम्ही जम्प करू शकता. Okay, so long jump is naturally a good choice. You can jump from first address to the last 64 kilobyte address. Relative jump is useful only for where you have to jump within a range of 256 bytes. That is 128 bytes backward and 127 bytes forward. In that case, you can use the short jump instruction, S jump instruction. Correct. But many of the programmers, they prefer to use the long jump because we don't know whether we are jumping in the area of 256 bytes or above. In that case, then it becomes difficult, okay, to know. So better way, go for L jump. But one of the drawbacks of L jump is the program is not portable, loses the portability feature. Portability means if I shift the program from C000 to some other address, D500 for example, then all the addresses will change. Okay, so what I have written in L jump instruction, I have given the actual address C004. Now when I shift the program from one memory block to another memory block, the jump address will change. Okay, so every time you copy the program to some other addresses, you will have to make the changes accordingly. Okay, so that needs a compiler, or manually also you can do. You will have to change the address. Just type the new address there. Then only you can use that program for execution purpose. Otherwise, you are unable to use that program for the execution purpose. That is what we want to study. Okay, so I have given you two jump address schemes, jumping schemes. One is relative address scheme and another is absolute address scheme. Okay, so that is the basic difference between relative address and the absolute address. So today we will stop here and next time we will again continue.